What's up, guys? Today I got another fucking banger, an absolute banger of a story. This one is absolutely insane. I don't even know how this was feasible. I don't even know how this happened, how this came into a fucking tuition, but I'm gonna get into that. This story is insane, and hopefully you guys enjoy. Anyways, grab some popcorn, enjoy the Slime Ranchers gameplay in the background. I love this fucking game so much. It's so chill when I'm baked as fuck. By the way, little Benjamin hit for the boys. I have to go to work soon, but fuck it. We're recording a video and hitting the pen before work because blah. Tongue emoji out. We do that. 3, 2, 1 for the boys. Alright, there we go. Fuck yeah, alright, hitting the muha. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about the time I got caught buying acid, LSD, on the internet from my parents. This was horrible. This was a horrible time, but it's a banger story, so let's get right into it. Basically, this was probably around 2 years ago. This was, I think, around maybe like September. I think it was getting colder outside. It was around the seasonal time that the weather started to change for the worse, where it gets colder or whatever. It was around that time, and fucking I was really curious about doing acid again. I've already done acid a number of times. And my last trip was horrible. I'll eventually make a video about that. My last acid trip was just way too intense. I had a cart. I did 2 double dose tabs of acid, so basically 4 tabs. I had a Nick vape, which was angelic at the time. I'll get into that. That's a whole different story. But basically, I was wanting to do acid again. I was wanting to trip balls, and I was looking towards the deep web to find an answer, because nobody in my town, acid is really fucking rare in my town, at least as far as I know, and I know a lot of plugs and shit. So if anybody's gonna know how to find acid in my town, it would be me, but nobody knows. There's no way to get it. So I was looking toward the deep web to get some fucking acid, and I was at my friend's house, and I was on, and this is my friend from my last video doing the first time doing Blocaine. This is the same friend. I have a lot of fucking stories with this friend, as you'll come to find out as time goes on. I have a lot of stories with this kid. We did a lot of crazy fucking shit together, but either way, we'll get into that later. What was I talking about? That fucking cart hit just slapped me. Oh my god, I just got fucking cart zombified. Right, so I was at my friend's house, and we were on Telegram, and we were talking to this one dude. He had this deal for us, a really fire deal. Way too good of a deal to be true. We should have seen that at the time. If you ever get offered a deal that seems way too good to be true, it probably is way too good to be true. And we were retards. We were like, fuck it. Like, yeah, like, let's do it. We were inexperienced. We were little fucking retarded virgins when it came to buying shit on the dark web. We had no idea. Not that we really buy shit on the dark web anyway, because that seems kind of sketchy. Not gonna lie. That shit seems sketchy as fuck. But, yeah, we had no idea what we were doing. We were like, fuck it, let's do it, let's get it. And it was $100 for, basically, we worked out a deal with this dude. We were like, yeah, we can't really afford much, but, and okay, we're not completely retarded. I was like, send me a picture with like my name, like on a sticky note, and like the tab, like, because we were gonna get 100 tabs of acid, like a whole sheet of acid. And I was like, all right, send me a picture with my name and like in front of like the tab of, or the sheet of acid. And he did that. He sent me a picture. It had the sheet of acid and it had my name. And I was like, okay, bet. Like, that was enough evidence for me. I was like, fuck it, bet. So I was like, all right. I sent him the money. It was $100, $50 each. My friend and me splits it. I don't know why I said it like that. Split it. Split it. We split it. Yeah, but we split the money. We were gonna sell a bunch of it. That was the plan. We were texting all this on. This is part of the story. I should have totally. I was almost gonna completely overshadow this. Basically, my friend and me had this entire scheme on Snapchat. We were texting out. We were conjuring this out. I always save my chats, or I used to. I don't do that anymore, but I used to always save my chats with my friend on Snapchat because I was like, our conversations are they're worthy of saving. They need to be memorized. Not anymore. Fuck that shit. But I saved all our chats. We were conjuring out the scheme. we were like, okay, let's get the 100 tabs of acid. Let's save ourselves each like 10 tabs. So we're gonna have 10 tabs each for ourselves, and we're gonna sell the rest of them for $10 a tab. So we were completely conjuring out this plan to become like these drug dealers, completely sell fucking. Hypothetically speaking, any feds listening, this is completely a joke. I would never do this. I'm completely kidding. Like, this shit's retarded. Like, I don't even. I've never seen drugs in my life. I don't even know what that means. But anyway, back to the story that I'm making up. We were gonna do that. That was our plan. We had this typed out on Snapchat, and my friend's dad, out of nowhere, like, cause my friend was still living with his parents at the time. He was like, Chandler. I'll just go with the same name. I went with Chandler before. I'll go with Chandler again. He was like, Chandler, have you do you plan on doing acid or something? Like, out of nowhere, like me and my friend Chandler were talking about buying the acid, and then, or we were like getting it. We were in the works of getting it. It was getting delivered hypothetically and everything. I'll get to that later, by the way, too. We got completely fucked, but I'll get back to that. So fucking my friend's dad, he was like, do you plan on doing acid or some shit, or like, are you gonna sell it or something like that? He said some shit like that, and my friend was like, what? No. And it was so like out of nowhere. Like, it was like just like it completely caught him off guard. He was like, what? Like, it was just like so out of nowhere. And then he went to his room and he fucking texted me right away. He was like, dude, like, what the fuck? My dad just asked me about acid and all this shit, and it was weird. And then later that fucking day, we were at work, and fucking I went on Snapchat. And I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a feature where if you're on Snapchat on computer, you can like, it like shows that you're on computer. And if you're like going through like a chat, basically what I'm saying, my friend's dad was on his computer going through our chat on my friend's PC, and he was looking through everything. He was taking pictures. He was getting receipts. He was taking fucking screenshots of everything. It was horrible. He was like just completely everything we were talking about, selling everything, all that shit. He had pictures of everything, and there was no going back. I saw him doing it while he was doing it too. We were at work, and all I could do was like unsave the chats, but he was already on the fucking page, so he had the fucking chat brought up already. So there's nothing I could do. And yeah, it was bad. It was cooked. And then fucking it was like later in my shift. Like, I was near the end of my shift, my work shift, and my parents were like, we need to talk. Like, my parents sent me a fucking text. They were like, we're at your house, we need to talk. And at the time, I was living with my grandma, so they could just go inside the house all willy-nilly. They didn't need a key or anything. They just text my fucking grandma and just go inside. And, or call my grandma and just go inside. And I got to my house. It was the end of my shift. I was like, bro, like, I was talking to Chandler. I was like, bro, pray for me, because me and Chandler worked at the same workplace at the time. And I was like, bro, just pray for me, dog. And yeah, it was bad. I got home. My dad was just waiting outside. He had his arms folded. He was pissed. He was like, I don't even know. He was just pissed off. He was like, in that, like, you could tell. He wanted to fight. And we walked inside. He's like, get inside now. And I was like, yeah, I was fucking, I'm not going to lie, guys. I was horrified at this point. I had no idea what was going to happen. I thought I was going to get kicked out. I thought the cops were going to get called. I had no idea. I was 18 by this point. They could have done anything. And we got inside. They're like, we have all the text. We know everything. And like, they showed me the text. I couldn't be like, they literally like fucking Chris Hansen me with fucking Catch a Predator shit. They had all the they had the chat logs. They had all that shit. They pulled it up. I was like, yeah, I mean, well, I can't say anything. Like, you have it. It's that, there it is. And they're like, we thought you were friends with the bad influences, but it's you. You're the ringleader. It was so bad. It was horrible. They were like, I'm the ringleader. And, yeah, it was really bad. It was not good. And we were just going through the chat logs. They were like, yeah, you're going to sell acid, blah, blah, blah. You're getting this shit delivered to your grandma's house. Like, you're horrible. I mean, that, in hindsight, I feel really bad. It is pretty fucking horrible, like, getting fucking acid delivered to my grandma's house and planning on selling it. Like, that's pretty horrible. But yeah, so I have a gun safe, and they were like, we want to see what's inside your gun safe. Like, we need to see what's inside there right now. And they're like, if there's any drugs, we're calling the cops right now. And at that point, I had like 5 grams of weed inside the fucking safe. So I was fucking shitting bricks. They opened it. I also, you know what, boys? I'll be honest here. I'm not a fucking pussy. A man can own up to a man's, whatever. I had a flashlight in there, okay? I had a Riley Reid flashlight. I still have that flashlight. Just so you guys know. You're welcome. Yeah, yeah, anyway. That's besides the point. They picked that shit up. My mom was like, what is this? She opened it, and yeah, that was bad. She saw a pussy. So that was really bad. It was so bad. It was horrible. And then, yeah, my dad was right there, too, and he knew what it was, but my mom opened it before he could say anything. Yeah, anyway, so that happened, and then they fucking opened. I had like a smell-proof bag with my weed in it and all my necrophilia shits. And they fucking took that out. They poured out all my weed, which was very sad. They poured it into the sink. They didn't call the cops, luckily. That was good. But they were pissed. To say the least, they were not on good terms with me for a while. They were very upset. And yeah, basically what happened was, yeah, my friend's dad, he went inside my chat log with, and here's the fucked part, we were both adults, so this is kind of illegal. Like, it's kind of like fucking spying in a way. But either way, that happened. My friend's dad checked out our chat logs, took pictures, sent it to my parents. My parents fucking ate my ass out. It was horrible. And that was the time I got caught buying acid on the internet. And the worst part is, I didn't even get to this. The fucking dude, the plug dude, the fake acid seller. He sent me like a fake tracker with like this fake website and like this fake tracking number. So I thought it was coming for like the longest. I was horrified for like a week. It had like a fake delivery date, and like it wasn't even shipping. It was completely fake, and then just nothing ever came. And yeah, so I completely got fucked for no reason. I didn't even get the acid. I just got fucked for no reason. But anyway, that's all. Also, another thing, I took a screenshot of the fucking tracker, and I sent that to my friend on the chat log, and my parents saw that, so they knew the day it was supposed to come. And that was just that was horrifying too. So I was also scared about that. But anyway, that's all for today, folks. I hope you guys liked the video. I have a lot more videos to come. A lot crazier videos. I just wanted to tell that video, or that what am I saying? I wanted to tell that story before I forgot all of it, because it's been kind of a hot minute. It's been like 2 years now. Like, I'm 20 years old now, guys. I'm an old man. I'm a boomer. I'm fucking 20. And that happened when I was a little itty bitty boy. I was 18. But that's besides the point. Yeah, so more videos to come, and have a good day, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Where the fuck? It's not. There we go. Alright. Peace. I couldn't end the video. Alright, see ya.